Coming up, we go to the mats with an Olympian. World champion Kyle Snyder joins us in studio as he draws closer to the wrestling tournament of his life. The remarkable story of Paralympic rower Blake Haxton and the team effort to get him to Rio. Plus, a Central Ohio girl finds disappointment at the U.S. Open, but after she signed her scorecard, well, that's a different story. And how high school football coaches are sharpening their teaching skills as football Friday night draws close. Pepsi Sports Saturday starts now.
NBC4 presents the Pepsi Sports Saturday Show. Brought to you in part by NBC4, Pepsi, and the Basement Doctor.
Welcome to Pepsi Sports Saturday. Glad to have you in this weekend. As you'll notice, the set is a little full today. And also, I do want to point out, we're getting ready for Rio. So, Team USA, let's go.
There you go.
Who is this guy, Audrey?
I know, it's hard to appropriately introduce Kyle, but we'll try. The 2015 world champion, the 2016 NCAA champion for Ohio State, and now for Team USA at the Olympic Games, Kyle Snyder. Welcome, Kyle.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
We're just going to run off some of the facts here so people get to know you a little bit better. Your record, your first 3 years of high school was 179-0.
Yeah.
So far at Ohio State, you're 41-4. You were 11-0 this past year and a national champion. You originally planned a redshirt this past season, but New Year's Day, you guys make an announcement you're going to go ahead and wrestle this season.
Yeah.
Very interesting decision. Take me through why you guys decided to do that, because obviously you were getting ready for the run at the Olympic Games. Why did you decide to do it?
Yeah, so I decided to take an Olympic red shirt, and basically that means I was going to be off of classes and just focus on making the Olympic team and competing for the United States at the Olympic Games. And then Coach Ryan, I was sitting on the couch of the wrestling room, and Coach Ryan kind of walked by, crazy look in his eye. I was like, dang, what's this guy want? And he brought up the idea, and talked to the coaches about it, talked to my parents, some of my training partners, and they thought it would be a good way for me to get, more matches and be able to learn while I'm competing. So then it worked well.
And it became a genius move. I mean, people are talking about it as it's going to go down in history as the best college match. You ended up facing in the NCAA final,
Yeah.
Nick Wisdowski, 88 straight wins, but in overtime, you take it to win a heavyweight. So you were wrestling a weight class up, essentially. Like, what did you learn from that epic match?
I think I learned a lot, technically just with the wrestling, learned some different finishes and stuff like that I need to work on, but it's just good to compete against somebody at his level, and compete well and be able to still prove when it gets tough that you have enough in the tank and a big enough heart to pull through at the end.
And you had wrestled him a little bit before this match, right?
Yeah, he came to Columbus and trained a couple times. I'd wrestled him at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. So we actually knew each other pretty well, and he's been back to Columbus after this match, and we've trained as well this summer. So.
Well, you just answered my question if you talked to him since.
Yeah, we've talked a couple times since. He was actually thinking about making Ohio State one of the places that he comes and trains about once a week for every month, but he decided that he didn't want to train here, wanted to train somewhere else. So, but I'll definitely see him in the future and wrestle with him.
Yeah, we'll get into more about Ohio State training in a moment. So after that match, got a couple weeks, then the Olympic trials come up. And in that tournament, you got another massive match because you have to go through the Olympic gold medalist from 4 years ago, Jake Varner, 2012 Olympic gold winner, to get to Rio. But you had wrestled him many times before. You had beaten him several times before. So this wasn't necessarily new for you. Take us through that match and how it got you where you are today.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been wrestling Jake since 2013, when I was in high school. First time I wrestled him, he killed me, beat me. I couldn't score on him. He was just way too strong. And then 2014, a little better. 2015, I was able to beat him at the U.S. Open. So I'd wrestled him three times before we wrestled at the Olympic trials, and then was able to beat him in the best 2 out of 3 and make the Olympic team.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, and since the Olympic team, then you've had a couple international matches. You were just competing in Germany, right?
Yeah.
Where you finished, we won the bronze, finished semifinal. You lost to a world-class, former world champion wrestler.
Yeah.
What did you learn from that, and are you in the right spot, heading into Rio?
Definitely in the right spot. I think it's 45 days until I compete, so I still got a lot of time to make adjustments and improve. And that was kind of the perfect timing for a competition. Keep your mind sharp, keep your body sharp. And it allowed me to learn some things that I can adjust and improve on for the next time I compete against him or against anybody at the Olympics.
Yeah, you've wrestled a lot of previous world champions over the past couple of years here already, and obviously you being a former world champion now. You've been training at Ohio State, obviously not only for school, but this summer to get ready for the games. And you're not alone there because Tervel Dlagnev, who is the Olympic heavyweight representative for the United States, he's also based here in Columbus. So 2 of the 6 members of Team USA in wrestling are training here. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
How has working with Tervel and working specifically at Ohio State at the Regional Training Center, how has it best prepared you think, for this moment?
Yeah, woke up this morning, 9 o'clock, wrestled with Tervel at the Ohio State.
That's a heck of a wake-up call.
So it was good. He's a beast. And, I mean, specifically working with Tervel, he's probably taught me, you know, other coaches have taught me a lot, but when you train with somebody, it's a little bit different. You kind of learn more through training with someone, and he's a great coach, great mentor, great person for me to learn from. And then Ohio State has given me everything that I need to become the best wrestler in the world. When I committed here, I told Coach Ryan that I want to be the best wrestler in the world, be the best wrestler to ever step on the mat in the history, and he's done everything since that day to make sure that I have what I need. And you know, my end of the bargain was that I was going to work hard and make good decisions. So I've been trying to keep that up, and he's done everything after that.
And you kind of have a legacy going on. Your brother now joins you. Kevin at Ohio State is going to be a freshman this year, so he's now training with you. What has that relationship been between you guys and wrestling throughout the years together?
Not just training together, sleeping beds side by side in the basement.
Oh, so you're living together in an apartment. Okay.
Yeah, living together. So, yeah, we used to have bunk beds at my house, and now it's kind of not bunk beds, but just beds next to each other. So, no, it's been great. It's you know, I love training with them, love being with them, have a lot of fun together, like doing the similar things. So it's just good having somebody that cares about you and you care about them, be able to work with them and do the thing you love together.
That's like straight out of the movie Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, did we just become best friends?
Just become best friends?
Yep.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk to you a little bit specifically about Rio. And I bring this up because we were talking earlier this week. I want you to tell everybody how much you really know about what you're getting into, how much study you've put into Rio.
None.
Okay, but explain a little bit why. Like, I'm the total opposite. I would want to know everything about the
doing
city.
a lot of research,
Believe me, you don't want to know the stuff I've tried to research. Why are you doing it that way?
Well, the coaches, I trust them, the coach and staff, and they told me beforehand that they were going to take care of everything we needed, so I don't want to kind of do unnecessary work on my own, like figuring out where I'm going to train, figure out where I'm going to compete and stuff like that, and what the village is going to be like. I only have, you know, vague ideas, and I think it just makes it easier for me to focus on what I need to focus on, which is trying to become the best wrestler I can be, and clears my mind of all the other stuff that some other guys might be thinking about, because I just don't care about it. I mean, I care about the Olympics, but I don't, we could throw the mat right here and I would wrestle on it, you know, and say it's the Olympics, that's fine.
Well, Audrey and I were talking about it today. We've done the research for you, so I'm going to let you know. You're wrestling in Carioca Arena 2.
All right.
They built 3 big arenas in the at Baja Olympic Park. It's the middle arena. You wrestle in there on the last day.
Last day. I know
August
that.
21st.
August 21st.
That's right.
I know that day.
So
And I know the times.
So if you show up there, you're going to be fine.
8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m.
August 21st.
Finals, I guess, that afternoon, right?
Yep, 1 o'clock.
You're going to be there.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
By the way, buddy, I wanted to show you. These came in yesterday for us. Check it out. The new Rio shirts that we'll have on down there.
He was modeling
Yep.
them all over.
Oh, really?
yesterday.
Yeah, just showing them off. No big deal.
All of his jackets,
Yeah.
his swag.
So I was wanting to ask you last thing about Team USA. You've been on the team for a little while now, so you've been able to get some stuff. Do you kind of wear it around town, or do you kind of keep it on the low profile? You're not that showy with your Team USA stuff.
I mean, I like wearing it because it looks cool.
Yeah.
So, and I love USA. Like, I love the country that I live in, so I like wearing United States of America stuff. Got the shoes on, red, white, and blue. So, yeah, I mean, I don't wear it to be arrogant. I just like wearing it because it looks cool, and if people ask me if I'm on the team, then I'll tell them, but don't shout it to the world.
Nobody likes a braggart,
Yeah.
arrogant dude.
Right.
Go ahead.
You know, I wondered if you've been like talking with a lot of your other teammates from around the country then who are all going down there.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Definitely all the wrestling guys. You know, the whole Olympic team was in Germany, so for wrestling. So been speaking with them a lot and the coaches. And then we kind of have like media engagements where I'll get to meet some of the other athletes, and they seem real cool. So.
Well, looking forward to watching you, buddy. We'll meet down there in person. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't
Sounds
wait.
good.
Kyle Snyder, Olympian, Buckeye, national champion. Can't wait to follow him in Rio.
Yeah,
Coming
good
up
luck.
on Pepsi Sports.